Hello everybody, welcome back to Resin. So today I have this kind of a diamond edge faceted coaster mold. It's about 5 inches or so, okay, across. And what I thought we'd do today is kind of play around with these new alcohol inks I got from Pixis, okay? They are Mythical, and I'm kind of excited to find out what exactly that's going to mean. All right, I've never tried them before, so I'm excited to see what kind of effects they might have. They're supposed to be some kind of color changing thing, okay? But what I thought we'd do is I think I might do 2 different ones, okay? I've got 2 trays. I thought we'd do 2 different ones. Maybe we'll do one, since they're alcohol inks, maybe we'll try one with a Petri effect. And then I thought I might try another one with a little bit of a flower effect. Okay, and we'll just kind of see how that goes. So what I'm going to do to begin with is just go ahead and pour resin into this tray. This one, I'm going to do the Petri effect in it. So I'm going to go pretty much to the top. Okay, and this one, see, I'm not going to go quite to the top because I need a little bit of leftover resin to do my flower. Probably not a whole lot, but I think that'll be good. I've left about 1 ounce in here to use my white. Okay, so I'm gonna take out this little tiny piece of whatever that is and give myself a quick spray of alcohol. Not myself, but the tray, quick spray of alcohol. And I see down here in the very edges of my faceted thing that I've got some bubbles just forming right into those little corners. So I'm just going to run my skewer around it real quick. Give it one more quick spray for those that have risen up. Okay, so what we're going to do now is this is the one that's pretty full. And you know what I think I need to do first is put this over onto a small tray so that I can move it when I'm ready for it to go in the curing rack. So let me grab something real quick. Okay, I'm just going to use this old cutting board. These work out pretty well when I've got, especially when I've got a couple of items I want to move. It's big enough for a couple of things, but I can get it over here. Should have done this first. A little bit of a spill. All right, now so one of these is a little more full than the other. This is the one that is going to be the most full. So I'm going to go ahead and start our Petri effect in this one here. What is wrong with me today? The gloves. This one says it's called Mermaid. Okay. This is Fairy and Dragon and Unicorn and Phoenix. Okay, so I'm going to get this tray out of the way so I don't spill any more resin on it. So, and now I've got for my white, I'm using just my regular Pinata white that I've put into a smaller bottle. I do tend to buy these in the Pinata white in a big container because I go through quite a bit of it. But you need to shake it up if you haven't used it for a while. I'm going to shake all these. These have little metal balls in them I can hear. Go ahead and get these shaken up. Okay, so I think what I've decided to do is I'm going to use my Unicorn and Fairy for the flower, and I'm going to use the Mermaid, the Dragon, and the Phoenix for my Petri. Okay, and we'll see if this even will work the way I'm thinking it will. These up. One of the things I like about the Pixis inks is they come with the tips already cut off. And yeah, it's pretty well. Now I see that this one has a bit of a glitter to it, so I'm not really sure what to expect. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's definitely glittery. Wow. Pretty, okay. So there's that one. Here's the mermaid colored one. Okay. And last one is the dragon. Okay, so now I don't know what this is going to do, if anything, really. I'm going to do my white. See if this will actually do the effect that it's supposed to. Okay, and here is the dragon color. And the phoenix. Oh, you guys, yeah, I really don't know what to expect with this. Okay, so I'm going to do just a bit more white. I don't want to just have big globs of white at the bottom. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I need to kind of see if I can get these to float down. It's definitely spreading. Okay, I'm going to come through and do this one around the edges. Okay, so here are these. This one. So I see it's a lot of white and like glittery looking. I don't know if I want to add like, I kind of am just tempted to put a bit of color in there, because if we don't, I'm not sure what other effect we're going to get. But you know what? I said I wasn't going to do that, right? So I'm not going to. Let's just see what we get with this effect with nothing else, okay? It's moving around quite a bit, so it's doing something. All right, so now I'm going to add a bit of my Cast and Craft to this little bit of resin that we've got left here. Let's see, I need something a little bit more squeezable. Let me see what I can find. I need one of my cut off water bottles. They work just great. Use one of these little silicone bowls. These work great too. I'm going to put just a bit in here. And I'll put just a bit of Cast and Craft. Not much. And grab a stick here, stir this up. Okay. All right. So that's all I'm going to use for this. And now, all right, let's get this one off. This is the unicorn. Sure, shake it up one more time really good. Actually, I think I'll start with the darker one in the middle. This is the fairy. If it even makes any difference, I'm not too sure it's going to. Let's try it. Okay. Right. Now I'm going to do the one more round of this darker one around the edges, really spreading out fast. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and just take our white and do kind of what Julie does. We're going to just try this and see if this will work. Just a little bit of bubbles in there. I don't want to put too much alcohol in there because I've got my alcohol inks in here. Let's just kind of go around. This is going to have kind of a little bit of a wavy edge on it. Okay. That. And pull this over a bit. Kind of even out my little circles there. Okay. And then we're going to do what she does. We're going to go in. And here. Back to a spiral. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let this cure, okay? And then we're going to come back and we're going to see what happens. And I can kind of see that some of my stuff here is going off to one end, and I know that this particular table is not level. So I'm going to move this tray over where I know it is level and let this level out a little bit and cure. And when it's done, we will be back to see what happens with it. Can you see? It's already starting to work a bit, but I don't know what's going to happen, if they're just going to look white or not. So, all right. I will be back when this is cured. Hello, everybody. Okay, we're back. These are completely cured. And I haven't decided what kind of like a background color I want to do on these, if anything, yet. This one's completely full. This one I left some room to pour a color on it if I wanted to. I thought about doing black. And I've also thought about doing like a dark purple or kind of a navy or sapphire blue. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one out of the mold. This is the one that we were hoping to get a Petri effect on. Okay, do you see how this just kind of feathered out? Kind of feathered out all on its own. I don't know if we got the Petri effect or not. And I see the colors here in the mystery or the mythical colors. I see them here, but I don't know if they went down. Let's take this out of here and see. I see I got just a couple of bubbles that I didn't see when I was going around the edges there with the skewer, but that's okay. It comes out very easily. And this has, I filled it so full that there's a little bit of a lip around the inside here, around these edges here. So if I wanted to put a back coat on it, I still could. But let's turn this over and see. Gosh, I have no idea what to expect. Okay, here it goes. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's not what I expected, but look at that. It looks kind of like, what does that look like? Like, almost like frozen cotton candy. What do you think about that? This is the Mythical alcohol inks. What do you think? That's kind of really pretty, actually. Gosh. Yeah, there's some depth to it. So we actually did get a little bit of a Petri effect. So I don't know that it really separated out through those colors. I'm trying to get a good lighting on this without getting the ring. I don't know if that helps maybe a bit. I've got some other soft lighting to set up, but it's still in the box, so sorry about that. But gosh, you guys, this was actually really kind of a pretty effect. Wouldn't this be pretty at Christmas? I can't stop looking at it because this does not look, when you're in person, I don't know how it looks for you, but in person, this does not look like alcohol ink or like a Petri effect. It looks like some kind of material of some sort. I don't even know. Not feathers, not fabric, like something I've never seen. It's really, really unique. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I got those on Amazon. I got those inks on Amazon, and I will definitely post the link because I know there's going to be at least a few of you that are going to want to play around with that. That is crazy cool. I can't stop looking at it. But okay, so here's the one that we did with, see this one? Okay, really quickly. This one's done with those alcohol inks and with the Pinata White, okay? We dropped the Pinata White over it. We got a few little white spots here coming down, no big white blobs at all, none. So that's really cool. This we did with the Cast and Craft mixed with clear resin to try to get a flower effect. And as you can see from the back of it, the back of it is kind of flowery. You almost feel like it's almost kind of like an interference. It's almost like an interference colors in there. Do you see that? But in an alcohol ink instead of in a powder. So yeah, this is really kind of cool. So this is also, these alcohol inks are made by Pixis, okay? And I use their other alcohol inks often. So this is actually kind of fun. And I had several little bubble chips along these edges too. I'm going to have to really kind of pay more attention to that next time. But all right, here this is. Let's turn it over, even though it doesn't have a background. I have a couple things we could use if we need it. Here it goes. So, whoops, this, you see kind of the flower, right? I mean, it's all white. I don't know if it's picking up any of those mythical colors in there. I see them more coming through here on the back as if they kind of floated to the surface of the resin. Light, darn it. Yeah, kind of floated to the surface there. But yeah, so here's the front. You see where we did the swirl, and it kind of all leaned over towards this side. It really is still pretty, and it's really much more opaque than what I thought it would be, because we didn't put that much Cast and Craft in this. Really kind of a pretty effect, honestly. If I would have gotten this effect all the way around without it kind of coming over here and bunching up, I would have been probably a little happier. It's kind of, you know, off over here a bit, but it's pretty. So I looked for a black paper. I didn't have one, so I did have this black thing here, which I could do a black background. Really makes that white pop. Still doesn't bring out any of the mythical colors on this. Let's see. I have these little grass pads here. Let's see what it would look like behind a bright green. Could do something like that, but you know, yeah. So actually it would have been kind of pretty if I would have gone ahead and done like a purple or a blue like I had thought. This one here, I am so amazed by this. I can't get over this, you guys. Okay, so it's done with the alcohol inks and the Pinata White. This was done with the alcohol inks and the Cast and Craft. This one definitely has much more of a white tone to it. And this one's kind of a cream. kind of a creamy white is just really pretty. They both turned out really unique. So I think I'm going to be playing with these alcohol inks, these mythical alcohol inks, just really a bit more because, yeah, I'm really thinking that this could be a fun thing. Thank you, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this. At the end of the video, I will have close-ups of these in still pictures because I know I'm terrible at moving them all around. So let me know what you think, okay? Especially about this one. I've just never seen anything like this before. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. I will see you all next time.